From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, May 3rd, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.15 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,179 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $244. Antiwar.com reports though the U.S. has repeatedly publicly endorsed the conflict and continues to play a military support role in it, U.S. officials insist there are growing concerns among administration leaders about the civilian death toll in Saudi Arabia's war on Yemen. This sudden concern comes in spite of the fact that large numbers of civilians being killed very early in the war, with Saudi forces repeatedly launching airstrikes on residential areas. The concern also does not come with any prospect of the U.S. ending its own direct involvement in the war. Rather, officials say Secretary of State John Kerry is considering visiting Saudi Arabia in the next weeks to discuss new strategies in the open-ended conflict and to try to encourage peace talks. Earlier this week, Kerry also asked for Iranian help in getting talks going. This seems unlikely to yield anything more than a photo op for Kerry and a pat on the back for trying. However, as the Shiite Houthis have been willing to talk from the beginning and Saudi Arabia has repeatedly ruled out any negotiations, saying the end will only come through a military victory, which reinstalls former President Hadi, a close ally of both the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. UPI reports Iowa, the top producing egg state in the country, became the third in the nation to declare a state of emergency as a result of the fast-spreading avian flu that has already decimated more than 21 million chickens and turkeys. Governor Terry Branstad declared the state of emergency on Friday, the same move made by Minnesota and Wisconsin in April. As the leading egg-producing state in the country, the bird flu in Iowa has the potential to financially destabilize the state. In the past few weeks, some 21 million chickens and turkeys have died or been exterminated to prevent further spread of the disease. U.S. Senator Joni Ernst from Iowa said 1 in every 5 eggs that is consumed out there across the United States comes from Iowa, so it will impact our consumers, and unfortunately it is impacting our producers right now. It is something that continues to spread. It is of great concern right now for Iowans. The highly pathogenic H5N2 bird flu has devastated dozens of farms across the 3 states. Health experts say it is not contagious to humans. Branstad said the emergency will be in effect until May 31st, adding 21 sites in 10 counties have positive or presumed positive cases. Farms across the state have been quarantined to help stop the spread of the disease. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Coinbase. Coinbase is a simple and secure online Bitcoin wallet for sending, receiving, and storing Bitcoin. Get started at coinbase.fppradio.com. That's coinbase.fppradio.com. Reuters reports Egyptian authorities are using the courts to stifle journalism. That, according to a report from Amnesty International released on Sunday, that lists 18 reporters and media workers jailed and dozens more facing criminal investigations. The New York-based rights group said several reporters have been detained for long periods without charge or trial, including an Egyptian photographer known as Shawkan, who has been held for more than 600 days. Rights groups say that a crackdown launched by the government of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi after the overthrow of Mohammed Morsi of the Muslim Brotherhood in mid-2013 has muzzled freedom of expression. Amnesty International said, in Egypt today, anyone who challenges the authorities' official narrative, criticizes the government, or exposes human rights violations is at risk of being tossed into a jail cell, often to be held indefinitely without charge or trial or face prosecution on trumped-up charges. The sentencing of 3 Al Jazeera journalists to between 7 and 10 years in prison last year on charges of spreading lies reinforced the view of rights groups that the government was rolling back freedoms gained after a 2011 uprising. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.